Hi, I'm Dr. Emily, and let me ask you something. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night feeling groggy and confused to make another trip to the bathroom? You might have told yourself, this is just what getting older looks like. But I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to be that way. Most of the time, it's not even your age. It's a habit you don't realize is affecting your sleep. Let's fix that starting tonight. I've had so many patients sit across from me and say, Doc, I guess this is just what happens when you get older. But it doesn't have to be that way. Most people over 60 are making a few small mistakes at night without realizing it. Those little habits can mess with your sleep, leave you drained the next day, and even affect your heart and memory. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 simple changes that actually work. Waking up to pee once in a while is normal. But when it starts happening every night, 2 or 3 times, that's when it becomes a problem. It's not just annoying. It's actually stopping your body from getting into deep, restful sleep. That kind of sleep is where healing happens. Without it, you might feel tired, forgetful, or even a bit down. And here's something many folks don't realize. Those nighttime wake-ups can raise your risk of falls, heart issues, and even cognitive decline. Most people think it's just age. But often it's not. It's a habit, a routine, a pattern that can be changed. And once you change it, sleep gets better fast. You'll be amazed at what your body can do with rest. Let's talk about water. Or more specifically, all the sneaky ways liquid shows up in your evening routine without you even noticing. Now, most people know to stop drinking water a couple of hours before bed. That's the easy part. But here's the kicker. You might still be getting a lot of fluids from foods and drinks that don't seem like a big deal. Things like a bowl of soup with dinner, a few slices of watermelon after your meal, a cup of herbal tea while you wind down with a book. Even certain medications you take at night can carry a fluid load your body has to deal with. And guess when it tries to process all that? You got it, right when you're supposed to be sleeping. Take Margaret, for example. She's 72 and lives in Phoenix. Every night, she had this relaxing routine. Vegetable soup, a light salad, and a cup of chamomile tea. She thought it was helping her wind down. And mentally it was. But physically, her bladder wasn't getting the memo. She found herself waking up 4 or 5 times a night to use the bathroom. First she thought it was just age. But when she cut back all fluids after 6 p.m., not just water but soup and tea too, her bathroom visits dropped to just 1 time a night. Within 2 weeks, she said she felt like a new woman. She was rested, clear-headed, and finally able to enjoy her mornings again. See, our kidneys don't stop working at night unless we give them a reason to. The body produces a hormone called vasopressin that helps concentrate urine and slow down bladder activity during sleep. But if you've got excess fluids in your system late at night, your body is forced to keep filtering. And that interrupts your sleep cycle again and again. So what can you do? First, set a liquid curfew. Try to stop all fluid intake at least 3 hours before bed. If you usually hit the sack at 9, that means cutting off liquids by 6. And yes, that includes water, tea, broth, juice, popsicles, and high water content fruits like melons and oranges. If you take evening medications and need a sip of water, that's okay, keep it minimal. Second, plan your hydration smarter during the day. Drink more fluids earlier, especially in the morning and early afternoon. That gives your body plenty of time to process and eliminate excess water before nighttime. Lastly, be honest with yourself about those harmless habits. That nightly tea might feel comforting, but if it's costing you precious sleep, it may not be worth it. Trade it for a dry snack or a calming breathing exercise. Your bladder and your energy will thank you. Margaret told me, I never realized how much my evening tea was affecting my nights. Now I wake up rested, and my grandkids can barely keep up with me. And that's the kind of transformation that starts with one small change. So tonight, look at what you're drinking and when. You might be surprised. Let's talk about dinner. More specifically, how the timing and contents of your evening meals might be messing with your sleep. You probably already know that what you eat affects your health. But did you know that when you eat, and what's on your plate can actually make you wake up to pee more at night? Here's what happens. When you eat a large meal late in the evening, your body has to stay busy digesting it for hours afterward. And if that meal includes foods that act as natural diuretics, things that increase urine production, Your bladder ends up working overtime when you should be getting your deepest rest. Let me give you an example. Robert, 68, from Tampa, used to eat dinner around 8:30 every night. He was trying to eat healthier, so his meals often included things like cucumber, tomato, celery, and even green tea with lemon to help with digestion. Sounds good, right? Well, not if you want to sleep through the night. Robert told me he was waking up at 1, 3:30, and sometimes again at 5. 3 times every single night. He was frustrated, tired, and starting to think this was just his new normal. But when we took a closer look, we realized something important. Many of those healthy foods he was eating were high in water content or acted as mild diuretics. Combine that with eating late and lying down shortly after, his body didn't stand a chance. So we made 2 small but powerful changes. He moved dinner to 6:30, and he swapped out the water-heavy, bladder-triggering foods for more sleep-friendly options like sweet potatoes, rice, and grilled chicken. The results? Within 10 days, Robert was only waking up once. By the 3rd week, he was sleeping 5 or 6 hours straight. His energy returned, and he even started walking his dog earlier in the mornings because he finally felt rested. Here's the takeaway. Your body needs time to digest. It needs meals that support your rest, not disrupt it. Eating too close to bedtime forces your digestive system to work while you sleep, which can trigger bladder activity and cause acid reflux, bloating, or restlessness. And those so-called light foods, tomatoes, asparagus, spinach, watermelon, they sound innocent, but they're full of water or natural compounds that make you urinate more. So what can you do? First, give yourself a buffer. Try eating dinner at least 4 hours before bed. If bedtime is at 10, dinner should be no later than 6. Second, focus on complex carbs and lean proteins. Think roasted vegetables, brown rice, grilled fish, or turkey. These foods take longer to digest, but won't overload your system with water. And one more thing, skip the nightcap. Alcohol might make you sleepy at first, but it often leads to disrupted sleep and more bathroom visits later in the night. Robert told me, changing what I ate, and when I ate it completely turned my nights around. I had no idea a tomato could keep me up. It's all about working with your body, not against it. So tonight, take a look at your plate. Is it helping your sleep, or sabotaging it without you even knowing? Now here's something most folks don't think twice about, going to the bathroom just in case before bed. It seems harmless, right? You figure better safe than sorry. But here's the truth. This habit might actually be making things worse. When you empty your bladder before it's truly full, you're teaching it to get used to holding less. Over time, your bladder starts to believe that it needs to send the signal to go, even when there's only a small amount of urine inside. This can create a cycle where you feel the urge more often, especially during the night. Let me tell you about Dorothy. She's 74 and lives in Seattle. Every night before bed, she had a ritual. Even if she didn't feel the need, she'd head to the bathroom, just to be safe. But what started as a smart precaution turned into a pattern. Within a few months, she found herself waking up every couple of hours, thinking she had to go. Sometimes she'd go. Sometimes she didn't even really need to. But the feeling was so strong she couldn't ignore it. When she came to me, she was frustrated and sleep-deprived. Together, we worked on retraining her bladder. We used a method called urge delay. Every time she felt the need but wasn't truly full, she waited. Just 10 or 15 minutes at first. She'd read a chapter in a book or listen to soft music. Eventually, her body adjusted. Her bladder stretched back to a healthier capacity, and those false alarms started to fade. Within a few weeks, Dorothy was sleeping 5 or 6 hours straight. No more nighttime pacing. No more unnecessary trips. She told me, I had no idea my own habits were causing this. I thought I was being smart. Turns out, I was just making myself miserable. The truth is, your bladder is like a muscle, it learns what you teach it. If you constantly tell it, time to go when it's not full, it'll start tapping you on the shoulder way too often. But if you give it time and trust your body, it'll relearn how to function normally. So here's what you can try. Before bed, ask yourself, do I actually feel the need to go? Or am I just worried I might later? If there's no real urge, skip the trip. Distract your mind for a bit. Sit down with a relaxing book or try a breathing exercise. If you truly have to go, your body will make it clear. Of course, if you have medical conditions like incontinence or take certain medications, talk with your doctor first. But for many people, this one small change can bring big relief. So tonight, when that just-in-case thought pops into your head, pause. Trust your body. And remember Dorothy's story. Sometimes the best way to move forward is to do less, not more. Another thing to remember is that retraining your bladder doesn't happen overnight. Takes a little patience and consistency. Some nights might feel frustrating, and that's okay. Give your body time to adjust. You might even keep a journal for a week to track when you feel the urge versus when you really need to go. This can help you notice patterns and give you a clearer picture of what's a habit and what's a real need. And most importantly, be kind to yourself during the process. Your body is capable of learning, adapting, and recovering, no matter your age. Let's talk about something most people never think about when it comes to nighttime bathroom trips: how you sleep. Not how long, but literally how you position your body in bed. Because, believe it or not, the way you sleep could be pushing on your bladder and making it harder for your body to rest. Here's the deal. If you sleep on your stomach or even flat on your back with your legs stretched straight, you might be putting unnecessary pressure on your lower abdomen. That pressure can press down on your bladder and give your brain a false sense that it's time to get up and go. On top of that, poor pillow positioning can throw off your spine, affect circulation, and contribute to discomfort that disrupts your sleep even more. Now let me introduce you to Frank. He's 71 and spent over 30 years in the military. Sleeping on his stomach was second nature. It felt comfortable, familiar, and strong. But Frank was waking up 3 times a night. Sometimes he'd go to the bathroom, other times it just felt like he had to. He assumed it was his age, maybe even a prostate issue. But after a detailed conversation and a little experimenting, Frank tried changing things up. He began sleeping on his left side, with a medium firm pillow between his knees to keep his hips aligned, and a proper neck pillow to support his head. It wasn't easy at first. Old habits die hard. But after about a week, he started waking up just once. A few weeks later, there were nights he didn't get up at all. Frank told me, "I thought I had to live with it. Turns out, I just had to sleep differently." That shift alone gave him back hours of deep, uninterrupted sleep each week. Why does this work? When you sleep on your side, especially your left side, you relieve pressure on your internal organs and help blood flow more easily through your body. Good circulation means less fluid retention in your legs and fewer sudden urges when that fluid gets processed at night. The right posture helps your spine align, relaxes your muscles, and supports healthy hormone regulation, including vasopressin, the one that helps your kidneys slow urine production during sleep. If you're not used to sleeping on your side, don't worry. Start small. Add a body pillow or use cushions behind your back to stop yourself from rolling over. Place a soft pillow between your knees and make sure your head pillow keeps your neck neutral. Not too high, not too flat. And here's another tip. Avoid thick or stiff mattresses that push your spine out of alignment. You don't need to go buy something expensive, but a simple mattress topper or supportive pillow can make a world of difference. Remember, your sleep environment sets the stage for your whole night. The position you rest in can either support your recovery or silently sabotage it. Like Frank, you might find that one small shift in how you sleep opens the door to better rest and fewer interruptions. So tonight, pay attention to how you fall asleep. Is your body in a position that feels natural and supported? If not, try adjusting. Your bladder, your back, and your sleep will thank you. Let's wrap things up with one of the most overlooked reasons you might be waking up to pee at night: your body temperature. That's right. The temperature of your room, your bedding, and even the clothes you sleep in can all have a huge impact on how well you sleep. Here's why it matters. Your body naturally cools down at night to signal that it's time to sleep. That cooling triggers the release of certain hormones, including vasopressin, which helps your kidneys slow down urine production while you rest. But if you're too warm, whether from thick pajamas, heavy blankets, or a hot bedroom, your body struggles to reach that ideal temperature. And that can lead to lighter sleep, tossing and turning, and yes, more trips to the bathroom. Eleanor, age 69, lives in Miami. Even with the AC on, she liked to wear cozy flannel pajamas and pile on the blankets. She said it made her feel secure. But she kept waking up drenched in sweat, feeling restless, and running to the bathroom twice a night. She thought it was just part of getting older. When we looked closer, We saw that her sleepwear and bedroom environment were working against her. I asked her to try a few changes. Swap the flannel for breathable cotton, drop the room temperature a few degrees, and sleep with just a sheet and light comforter. Within 2 weeks, she reported sleeping more soundly and waking up only once, sometimes not at all. That may sound like a small change, but it makes a big difference. The ideal sleeping temperature for most people is between 64 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Cooler temperatures help your body stay in deeper stages of sleep longer, which is when all the good stuff happens: muscle repair, memory consolidation, and hormone regulation. If you don't have air conditioning, no worries. Use a fan, open a window, or even try cooling mattress pads or bamboo sheets. What matters most is airflow and breathability. And when it comes to what you wear, less is often more. Go for natural fibers like cotton or bamboo instead of polyester or fleece, which can trap heat and moisture. Another quick tip: avoid spicy meals and alcohol before bed. Both can raise your internal body temperature and make it harder to stay cool throughout the night. And here's something else to consider. Overheating doesn't just affect your sleep. It also impacts your mood, your energy the next day, and even your skin. When Eleanor made her changes, she didn't just sleep better. She felt more alert, her skin wasn't as dry, and she actually looked forward to bedtime instead of dreading it. So tonight, before you crawl under the covers, take a second to check your sleep environment. Is your room cool enough? Are your pajamas breathable? Could you get by with a lighter blanket? These small tweaks might just be the missing piece in your sleep puzzle. You don't need fancy gadgets or expensive fixes. Just a few smart choices to help your body do what it was designed to do: rest, heal, and stay asleep until morning. After working with older adults for years, I've seen something truly powerful. When you combine these 5 changes: cutting hidden liquids, timing your dinner right, breaking the just-in-case bathroom habit, adjusting how you sleep, and staying cool through the night, the results are nothing short of life-changing. Take Margaret, Robert, Dorothy, Frank, and Eleanor. They were tired, frustrated, and waking up multiple times a night. But once they made these small adjustments, they started sleeping through the night, feeling energized in the morning, and living their days with more joy and clarity. There's no magic pill here. It's about respecting your body's natural rhythm. The truth is, you're not broken. You're just following routines that don't serve you anymore. And the good news? You can change them, starting tonight. Because when your nights get better, so does everything else: your focus, your mood, and your freedom. So here's the takeaway. Poor sleep isn't just something you have to accept as part of getting older. You're not stuck. Your body is capable of change, even at 60, 70, or beyond. These 5 small shifts might seem simple, but together, they can completely transform your nights. No pills. No fancy gadgets. Just smart, natural steps that work with your body, not against it. You don't have to keep dragging through the day, feeling groggy and disconnected. Imagine waking up with steady energy, clear focus, and a real sense of peace. That's what good sleep gives you. And the best part? It can start tonight. Just pick one habit and begin. Your best years are not behind you, they're right in front of you. If this video gave you even one helpful idea or opened your eyes to something new, take a moment to hit that like button. It helps more people just like you discover this content. Share it with someone you care about, maybe a friend or family member who's also struggling with sleep. And don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss a tip. Drop a comment below and let us know what habit surprised you the most. Your story could inspire someone else to finally get the rest they deserve.